So I got all this, and I have this thing called a value proposition. What do? What we're going to do with that is we're going to do this thing called positioning, which is different from branding, which is different from marketing. But it's all in the same realm, but it's all different. It's all in the same. That's all different. Anyway, but we're going to be doing some positioning for the studio, and I would love to hear you guys' comments and input. If I say anything that might just catch your attention, or if you have an idea about something, I would love to hear it. I also have a link in the description below to a very, very helpful video by April Dunford. I really need to double check that. But it's by her, and I really suggest that you follow her on Twitter too if you're interested. But we're going to be coming up with exactly what the studio is for the customers to perceive it as. Or not customers, clients. Sounds fancy. But let's get into it. Before I actually start going over what my positioning will be, we'll just go over this really quickly. Okay, so the alternatives is essentially, it's not only your competitors, but it is what people would use if you weren't around. Next, you have your unique attributes, essentially what differentiates you from the alternatives or what makes you different. What is special about you? What will make people go to you specifically? You have your value. In my marketing class, we call this value proposition. Essentially, what or why will people go to you? What do the customers see in your product or service that is so darn valuable or so special? Next, you have your customer segment, and those are essentially who finds value in your unique attributes that make you different from your alternatives. And then you have your market category, which essentially is where your customer segment is. And we'll kind of pretty much just go over it as I'm going through this too. So I really don't want to be the catch-all be-all of studios or maker spaces or anything like that. I want to keep it in a niche market, but I don't want to keep it so niche that I only have so many customers and there's no room for expansion. So we're going to focus on the main two customers that I will be honing in on. First is my original target market, which is 15 to 25 year olds who are low income and are aspiring artists. And if they're not aspiring to be professionals, then as long as they have the interest in digital or audiovisual art, I'm sure that they will find, I'm not sure, I have talked to artists like that who still find value and still want a studio like this. More or less for the community, and also the opportunity to have access to all that professional gear without having to pay full cost for it. Okay, so that's the first one. Second one is going to be retiring people, so those between 60, or those that are 60 plus. And also those just looking for a life learning opportunity, but primarily those reaching retirement who are coming out of their career field and realizing, I don't really have the same purpose that I've had for the past 20 years, so what do I do now? And giving them a place to learn something new, to express themselves creatively, and also an opportunity to meet younger people who maybe they'll start mentoring, maybe they'll meet someone that they, I don't want to say adopt, but it's really, really cool whenever you meet someone older than you and they kind of become a life coach / someone that you can just go to for advice. And maybe that'll happen, maybe not. That'd be cool. But anyway, so 60 plus people who are trying to see. I'm working this out with you guys as you guys. So people who are around the age of 60, who are of retiring age, looking for a new passion to develop. What do you guys think? Yes, no, too wordy? It's a rough sketch. Well, we'll go with it for now. So, I think I'm going to make 2 separate charts of these, and I'm going to split them up, and then I'm going to see what's similar and if there's anything crossing over between the two. I'm also using this not only to position the product, but for the social media campaign. That way I can get some followers and gain traction before I even open. So really trying to find, as my mentor put it, two messages with one voice, and really trying to find that. So I'm probably going to speed through it. I'll slow down at the parts that I are saying something that I think you guys will really get some value out of. Otherwise, I'm just going to speed run it, and we'll see what happens in probably the next hour. It's probably how long it's going to take. So, giddy up. Alternatives. If I didn't exist, what else would people use? When thinking about value, something to really keep in mind is that your customers aren't going, something to think about when thinking about value. Is that meta value? I don't know. Then it's not necessarily the what you're selling, but the why you're selling it. Why do you exist? Why do the clients want to use you? And it's value like that, not necessarily like price or the last part, unique attributes. It's the why behind the how and the what, which there's video for that, and I think I just said it, but I will link it below for you guys to watch if you want to. It's really good. You should. Moving on. Okay. Okay, so my market category is pretty hard for me to figure out what it is. Because the studio is a makerspace. specifically for digital and audio-visual artists, which makes it more of a computer lab. Very relaxed. And it's also an internet cafe. Those are the three main ones. So trying to find a phrase or a market title that fits all three of those. So I guess I could say creative space, which this video is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form, but I highly suggest going over to Skillshare if you need any, like, I don't really want to say technical resources, but they have a lot of great stuff, whether you're in school or not. They have things from like how to do freelancing stuff to like watercolor techniques to photography classes to accounting classes to branding to everything like that. They even have some like IT classes, I think. The last time I was on there, I think that's what I saw. And they just have things like that. So if you're looking to try something new, hop over to Skillshare and just see what they have. Maybe you'll find something. I know for me, a lot of my camera and photography skills, I've used a few classes for that, and it helped me a lot, especially since I go between micro photography and landscape photography. And going to different classes for that really helped. And I also did a few classes on blogging and writing because I need the help. I'm not good at one, and part of getting this up is to do a blog every week. So classes really help. You should hop over to Skillshare if you have the time. Do it. Okay, so Career Center, Skillshare. The actual positioning, and that's the positioning statement, and that is the positioning statement. Trying to figure out how the hell I'm going to tell people about this, and really translate to them in the most concise way possible what the studio is and what it does. So I need to define how the studio is the best thing possible for my target markets and essentially tell them why they should care for it. So through the two main target markets that I've picked out, or determined, better word, I looked for the similarities, and both of them have growth, community, opportunity, learning. Those are the three main overarching similarities between the two, and that's from both 15 to 25-year-olds and 60 years and older. So from this is just a rough draft, but from this positioning statement could be, let's go back to the market. That way you can see it's pretty bold. So Lost in Thought Studio, that's what that is. Lost in Thought Studio, or Lit Studio. Lit Studio. Cultivates. I won't be too wordy around this time. So provides growth, community for say digital creatives. Lit Studio provides a growth community for digital creators. I think it's a good starting point. I'm definitely going to rework it, and I don't know about more concise, but definitely make it translate a little bit better. Not that I think that's too wordy, but I think that this statement could be taken a lot of ways that don't really apply to the studio. So I'm going to rework it, and I'll film for that. If that interests anybody, I will film that. And we'll see where it goes. But from this long 45-minute session total, we came up with a singular statement to fit these two customer target markets. Lit Studio provides a growth community for digital creatives, focusing on 15 to 25-year-olds with low income who are aspiring artists, as well as retiring individuals that are looking for a new passion or skill to develop. So I think that fits it pretty well, but like I said, this is a rough draft. We're going to figure out where to go from here. And I think that's it. So thank you for joining me this time. If you got anything out of this, if you enjoyed the process, if you enjoyed watching it, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for the notifications for whenever I upload these. I will be doing a weekly upload on it. While I'm filming this, I haven't set a date yet, and the next day I will. So in future videos, will be that date, or day of the week. So be sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and if you have any feedback or comments, please comment below. And let me know your thoughts. Okay, bye.